What's up guys, it's Tay with Lovely's Kendama, and today I'm going to do a quick video breaking down our competitive game mode, DAMA, for those of you who still aren't quite sure how it all works. Most everyone has played a game like Ken, Add-on, 1-Up, or some variation, where you and your opponent or opponents take turns setting tricks and matching them to get points or give points to your opponent. DAMA is very similar, but with some minor differences. DAMA is played to 4 letters, D-A-M-A. And unlike Ken, where you can set complicated lines with multiple tricks, DAMA is played one trick at a time. So what does that mean? In DAMA, you would only set one trick, or movement as it's called. For example, swing up lighthouse is a trick. Juggle to spike is a trick. Swing up lighthouse insta-lighthouse flip is also a trick. As soon as the Ken, Tama, or setup comes to a complete stop, that is the end of the trick and the end of your turn. Let's say I set pull up airplane. Now my opponent has 3 attempts to match the given trick. So they do a pull up airplane. Now they have 1 chance to add on. So for example, they do a J-stick. Now the whole line comes back to me, where I now must do an airplane J-stick. I have 3 attempts to match airplane J-stick. If I don't match airplane J-stick, I get a letter, D. But if I do match airplane J-stick, I now have 1 attempt to add on. Let's say I go for a double J-stick, but I miss. I don't get the letter, the line remains the same, so it goes back to my opponent, airplane J-stick, in which they have 3 attempts to match, and again, 1 attempt to add on. Play continues in this manner until one player does not match the given line, as it's been built over time piece by piece. At that point, they get a letter, and play resets back to neutral, with the opposite person who set the first trick starting. Whether or not I got the letter for this trick, airplane J-stick, and so on, my opponent would have the chance to set the first trick of the new line. This keeps things equitable and prevents kind of a runaway snowball for one player or another. One of the other big things that we do is the pocket prove it. So in a traditional game of Ken, you might only get a prove it on your last letter or an extra try, and so on. In DAMA, you can use your prove it after any failed attempt. So going back to our previous example, let's say the line is airplane J-stick. I use my 3 attempts and I miss. Regardless of how many letters I have 1 prove it per game. I can call prove it and my opponent has 2 attempts to match the line. That's airplane J-stick. Now if they match the line, I still get the letter. But if they fail to match the line after 2 attempts, the letter is null, play resets, and we move on. The game is over once one player has all 4 letters, D-A-M-A, or resigns. And a couple quick notes. In our tournaments, we encourage players to use a no repeats plan of attack. That means that once you get a letter on someone with a given skill, technique, or special play, not to pile on. This challenges you to reach into your bag, use your full set of skills, and develop new skills along the way as your opponent throws new skills at you as well. DAMA is a game that's great for honing your competitive skill set, learning new tricks, and making new friends. And if you have any questions about this, leave a comment below or message us on Instagram. We're always happy to clarify anything about this process to make matches go more smoothly. Now, if you haven't done so already, sign up for KDL Season 3, and we're looking forward to playing with you sometime really soon.